Hello dear students, welcome to CUET concept. Very good evening to all of you students. I hope you all are fine and you all are studying well. Your preparation is going well. As you know student, like your application form has been announced and now you have very limited time for your preparation. Very good evening to all of you. Let's wait 1 minute to join all of them. Modi Sarkar. Yes, Ria, hello. Nikita, very good evening. Gauri. Very good evening everybody and welcome back to this series, PYQ series, which will help you surely in your examination. As you know, your examination is about to come. You have very limited time for your preparation. Exam dates have also announced. वेरी गुड इवनिंग आनंद जयंत लिटरेचर की दुनिया very good evening all of you. I hope students you are doing well wherever you are. Just let me know how is your preparation going on. As you know, we all are here, CUET concept. The teams of CUET concept are here to help you to clear all your doubts. So just make me clear, just let me know how is your preparation going on. I'm just looking all these comments, your responses students. Very good evening Ria, Hemlata, Priya. I'm meeting you guys after long, right? Ria, actually I was in interview. Actually I had my interview. That's why I wasn't able to take class. Okay, so guys, as you know, a new update has come, like part that is 25 questions were there in your examination previously in CUET PG entrance, and now in new update those 25 questions have been eliminated, right? Removed, and now you have to focus on your domain subject, on your specific subject. For example, if you are preparing for MA English CUET PG, so you have to focus mainly on specific subject like English literature only. In your examinations, questions will be asked from your subject specific, from your domain subject. Got it? So it's new update by NTA, and as you all have seen students, your syllabus is same as previously updated updated by NTA. Your syllabus of CUET PG English is same, and just let me know how is your preparation going on. Don't worry, like you have very limited time. Don't worry for anything. CUET concept is with you for clearing all your doubts, your confusions, your questions. We all are working for you guys only. As you know, in CUET concept we have different faculties of different subjects. We have in history, in MA history, basically we are talking about our PG mentors, right? So in history you have Jyotiraditya sir. In English, you know, and Rajni sir, who teaches general knowledge as well in UG, PG, in Hindi, even Hindi language, Hindi literature as well for PG students. He needs no introduction. Your director of CUET concept as well. In sociology, you have Anmol sir. You will enjoy his classes, I know. You have another mentors. In Hindi, you have Vicky sir. Okay, you in geography, you have Meeni ma'am. In zoology, you have Yashashwi ma'am. And also in political science, you have Arun sir. So students, in CUET concept, you all know, you all are aware about all these faculties. You all know the qualifications, and you all have been familiar with all these faculties, their teaching experience, their teaching styles as well, right? So I hope everything is clear. I'm audible, visible, both. Am I audible to everybody, students? Just make me sure there's no any technical glitch, and then I'll start your class today. We'll start our PYQ series. And students, as you know, PYQ series will help you in your examination for sure. This is free PYQ series which we are practicing on YouTube for our YouTube babies, okay, including with our students in paid course. And you know, in our paid course, syllabus which are mentioned in CUET PG syllabus, okay, inscribed by NTA, all those chapters, all those topics are going on in paid courses, but on YouTube we are providing PYQ series in free, okay? So this series will help you surely in your examination. Yes, students? Of course, Saurav. Do you have any doubt? Students, don't worry. As I'm looking all these comments of my previous students, don't worry. We are here. Don't worry for your syllabus, as 50% have been completed already. And this PYQ series will help surely Saurabh, Riya, Hemlata and remaining students of paid course. And it will help all of you really, okay? So let's start the class today. And after ending this PYQ series, students, we will do regular classes in our paid course, paid batch, right? So don't worry for that. Don't worry for anything. So are you excited to solve the first question which is there on your screen? The first question is, which poet is considered a national hero in Greece? As you know, students, all these questions which we will do in PYQ series have been asked previously in your examinations. All these questions have been repeatedly asked in your examinations, right? This question has been asked many times, several times previously. Just I'm looking the answer. Who is answering the first? Riya is saying answer D. Nikita also D. Which poet is considered a national hero in Greece? The first question national hero in Greece? Everyone is saying D. Jesus, B. What about another students? Yes, be fast. Yes, students, I'm waiting for your answer. D is wrong, completely wrong. Okay. National hero in Greece. National poet of Greece. National hero in Greece. Yes, student, be fast while answering. Sorry students, I hope there's no any technical glitch. Now I'm audible. Okay. So Lord Byron is the correct answer. Answer B. This question has been asked so many times in your examination. Who is considered as a national hero of Greece, in Greece? Okay. Lord Byron, you know students, famous work. Can you mention famous works written by Lord Byron? Yes, student. Can you mention those important works written by Lord Byron? Sort of focus while answering, okay? Other comments, other responses won't be entertained here. Yes, Mohit, very good. Well done. Child Harold Pilgrimage is one of the most important work written by Byron, who is also considered as the national hero in Greece. Okay, Priya, we will consider your request. We will surely make PYQs on literary terms, literary devices as well. Child Harold Pilgrimage and Don Juan, okay? These two are very famous work written by Lord Byron, and these two works have been asked for so many times in your examination. So the names of these two works you have to keep in your mind, students. In this year, in 2024, they can ask question from Lord Byron, okay? Because he is one of the most important poet, important author of Romantic age. And famously, he is known for his satire, right? And Don Juan is really a great poem written by Lord Byron, right? Let's move to another question. And the other question, another question on your screen is, which of the following are Thomas Hardy's books? Okay, which of the following books written by Thomas Hardy? You know Thomas Hardy, one of the best known name in the history of British literature, one of the renowned author of Victorian age. Tell me, students. I'm just looking who is answering first. Of course, student. Some of you are answering option A. Some of you are answering B. Many are answering D. Okay. Here both options are correct. The poor man and the lady, and also the return of native. Okay. Option A and option B both are correct here, student. Just you have to keep in your mind the first work, that is the poor man and the lady, actually the first unpublished novel written by Thomas Hardy. This is actually the first work ever unpublished written by Thomas Hardy, and you all know the famous work, that is the Return of Native, written by Hardy. Hardy, who is one of the best known writer of British literature, who has produced several famous works, several masterpieces in British literature, and many questions in your examination have been asked previously. So Thomas Hardy is very important from the perspective of your exam. You have to study him. You have to you should know all those works, all those major works written by Thomas Hardy. Very important work. As I know, student, some of you have surely read the novels written by Hardy, and the decline of rural ages, okay, you can say rural scenario, rural life has been portrayed in the works, in the novels of Thomas Hardy basically. The Mayor of Casterbridge, all of you have heard. Even this is very interesting novel. Some of you have read as well, I know. You can see all these themes. So option A and option B both are correct, student. Just you have to keep in your mind the fact the poor man and the lady is the work which was unpublished in the life of Thomas Hardy, right? प्रिया, why are you so worried? ये सारी चीज़ें बच्चे ऑलरेडी मेंशन थे लिटरेरी थियोरी में. आपके पास लिमिटेड टाइम है, आई नो, बट परेशान होने से, घबराने से आप चाहोगे जल्दी तैयारी हो जाए, ऐसे नहीं होता है ना. You should have some patience for your preparation, right? Just focus here. All these questions are very important. Maybe in your examination in 2024 or some few questions from here will be asked in your examination, who knows. So focus here, okay. Another questions on your screen is, see another question on your screen. Of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world. This is an extract from which major work mentioned in your option. Option A is Paradise Lost, option B is Paradise Regained, option C is Samson Ignoised, D is Divorce Tracts. Yes, student, answer first. I'm just looking who is answering first. Yeah, it's very easy question and the most famous epic of English literature. You know, student, Paradise Lost, everybody knows, all of you have heard, right? And the famous quote, this quote, the particular quote has been asked several times in your examination, and this particular quote is there from book 1 of epic Paradise Lost, written by John Milton. John Milton, who has also written elegy, pastoral elegy, and he is famously known for that particular elegy. Can you name that elegy, student? Can you name that particular elegy written by John Milton, for which he is very famous? I'm just checking my students are working hard or not. Of course, that particular elegy has been asked in your examination many times, Sivan. Yes, Saurav, well done. Lycidas. And questions from Lycidas also have been asked so many times in your examination, right? We will cover later. Lycidas, which is a pastoral elegy, and this question also has been asked, what is the genre, which kind of elegy Lycidas is. Okay, so remember always pastoral elegy, which talks about Sappho's life in detail, right? So option A is correct here. From the epic Paradise Lost, the statement of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world. Okay, student, again you have easy question on your screen, and the question is, every man, I know everyone knows it, every man is an example of which kind of play? In your options it has mentioned morality play, mystery play, miracle play, and interlude. I'm very happy to see all these comments, students. Yes, you are really doing great. You are working hard, I know. You all are answering correct. Option A, Jayanta, Riya, Saurav, Lokesh, Hemlata, Nikita. Elegy written in a country churchyard, that is also a famous elegy written by whom? This elegy is not written by John Milton, student. Elegy written in a country churchyard, by whom? Yes, student. Yes, very good, Thomas Gray. Chaucer, no, Ria. Yes, so every man is an example of course, morality play. You know, as the title suggests, morality means morality, morals, values, okay, your morals considered as supreme in the place of morality plays, in the dramas of, in this kind of genre of morality play, right? In mystery play, all those scenes extract from Bibles, okay, and religious books have been portrayed. In miracle play, you have to study adventures based on saints' life, and in general way you can say the life of saints have been portrayed in miracle plays. Interlude, everyone knows. So always remember, every man is an example of morality play, right? Another questions on your screen is the Anatomy of Melancholy, very important work of English literature, British English literature. This question has been asked so many times, student. Is a work written by whom? The Anatomy of Melancholy. Melancholy, you know, sorrow, sadness. Yes, student, it's really great that you all are answering correct. Its correct answer, option A is correct, student. And that is Robert Burton. Robert Burton, who is one of the most important poet of British literature, famously known for the work The Anatomy of Melancholy, right? John Lilly, you all know. Robert Greene, also know from University Wit. Yes, student, what do you mean by University Wit? All you know, University Wit. Just tell me the basic characteristic of University Wit. Yes, student. This is very basic and questions have been asked from University Wit in your examination as well. Tell me, what is University Wit? What are major characteristics of University Wit? Yes, mention all those names associated from the school of University Wit. Yes, student. Yes, it's true, students. Poets, author associated from the University of Oxford and Cambridge, right? Yes, Saurav, Lily, Riya, Hemlata, Harshita. Really, I feel very happy to see all these comments of your students. Lily, Marlowe, Green, Peel, Laws, Nash and Thomas Keat. Can you name a famous work written by Thomas Keat, one of the well-known poet from University Wit, student? Thomas Keat, famous work written by Thomas Keat, because this question has been asked previously in your examination, even in NET examination, UGC NET. Yes. So nice. Spanish tragedy. Yes. Spanish tragedy is the famous work, the most famous work written by Thomas Keat. Yes, you all are doing great, student. Okay. So I know the answer of this question you know already. As we have discussed, Lycidas written by John Milton. Okay, one of the most important pastoral elegy ever written by Milton. The question on your screen is, Lycidas mourns the death of whom? Which author? Yes, student. Yeah, everyone is answering correct. Option D. Riya, Yogendra, Aditi, Hemlata, Ayushi, Mohit. Well done, students. It's really great. Yes, so your option is, the correct answer is option D. That is Edward King. Lycidas mourns the death of Edward King, who was a friend of John Milton. Okay? D is the correct answer. Students, see, in your examinations, questions will be very easy, okay? And there will be 2 or 3 questions which you don't know really, means everybody don't have knowledge about those 2 or 3 questions asked in every examination, not in CUET PG eventually. So don't worry for that 2 or 3 questions. Just you have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself. Okay, my voice is clear? Yes, Saurabh, Thomas Keat was not from Oxford, neither from Oxford nor from Cambridge, but still he is regarded in many books of history of English literature in the school of university wit, right? He is exception. He was exception actually. And the Spanish tragedy is really a masterpiece produced by him. So yes, I was telling about John Milton Lycidas, which mourns the death of the author Edward King, who was the friend of John Milton, right? Again, you have very easy question, student. Life is like a dream is an example of which literary devices? Metaphor, metonymy, personification, simile. It's really easy question. All of you should reply correct because it's really easy. कौन सा क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आ रहा है रोशनी? हाय. Of course it's simile, where you see as, like, okay? Really it's easy question. Comprehension based questions आपके 25 क्वेश्चंस जो पूछे जाते थे पहले उसमें पूछा जाता था. इवन पार्ट बी में भी कुछ एक्सट्रैक्ट या कुछ पैसेजेस वो नॉवेल्स किसी ड्रामा या कोई आप कह सकती हैं एक्सट्रैक्ट दे सकते हैं किसी पोएम से, बट वो बहुत इजी काइंड ऑफ होता है. तो पूछ भी सकते हैं, नहीं भी पूछ सकते हैं. डोंट वरी फॉर डैट. बहुत ज़्यादा पैनिक नहीं होना है, ठीक है? आपके पास स्टिल यू हैव टाइम. अगर आप 1 महीने भी बहुत अच्छे से मेहनत कर लेते हो तो आपको आपका ड्रीम यूनिवर्सिटी मिलेगा, ठीक है? और PYQ बहुत हद तक बहुत हेल्प करता है. PYQ से आपको नॉलेज मिलता है कि किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा सकते हैं. टॉपिक्स तो बहुत मेंशन्ड है आपके सिलेबस में. PYQs आपको ये आइडिया देता है कि किस पोर्शन से, किस टॉपिक से, किस ऑथर से, किस बुक से, किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा सकते हैं, ठीक है? तो PYQs are really important, student, right? Yes, Riya, I can understand your problem, student, your queries, your fear. But don't worry, if I have assured you guys, of course I'll teach literary terms. So students, why are you so worried? If I wasn't there, Priya was taking your classes, na? And she is really very nice. And don't worry, I'll engage your class on regular basis. Don't worry for that. I can understand your fear. Of course, all topics which are mentioned in your syllabus will be taught, okay? I'll be teaching in your batch. Even some classes will be provided on YouTube as well for YouTube babies, okay? Next question you have, student. The first section of Iliad's The Wasteland is titled. The title of the first section of the book The Wasteland is what? I know you know the answer of this question as well, because The Wasteland is actually the masterpiece produced by T.S. Eliot. Even in English literature. So yes, student, Yes, I can understand your worries, Mohit, Saurav, and Ria as well. There are two Saurav here. I'm confused who's there in paid patch and anyway, let it be. Yes, student, some of you are answering B, some of you are answering C. So, the first section of Iliads, the Wasteland, titled The Burial of the Dead. Okay? See, student, this question has been asked so many times in your examination. Okay? The burial of dead, you have to keep in your mind. देखो बच्चे, अगर आपको अश्योर किया गया है कि सिलेबस कंप्लीट होगा तो ये बहुत आप मतलब आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड योर सिचुएशन, योर फियर एज वेल, बट आई एम अश्योरिंग यू कि आपका सिलेबस कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. और PYQ सीरीज़ अगर आपको लग रहा है कि इट डोंट हेल्प तो आप फिर गलत हो. इट विल रियली हेल्प इन योर एग्जामिनेशन. Okay, and actually I'm very happy, like everybody is answering correct here. You all are doing great. Okay, the burial of the dead. Remember this always. You have next question. Who is the protagonist in James Joyce, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man? Very important work based on stream of consciousness. You know, student, stream of consciousness is a famous technique used in literary pieces, okay, in literature. And James Joyce is famously known for his technique, that is stream of consciousness. Now you have to find out who is the protagonist, hero of the work, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. You have options like Stephen Dedalus, Paul Morel, Leopold Bloom, Simon Dedalus. Okay. Yes, what's the answer? What's the correct answer, student? Of course, it's A. And you know, Simon is the father of Stephen in the novel, okay, in the work, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. And you know, James Joyce is very famous author of the work Ulysses as well, which has been asked previously. Can you mention, can you name other works, other famous works written by James Joyce, student? Because he is very famous writer of English literature, and they can ask question from James Joyce because in your syllabus it has mentioned, like they will ask questions from major authors, major texts. So can you name other famous works apart from A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man and other work like Ulysses? Yes, other famous works written by James Joyce, student. Do you know the names? Anyway, we will be discussing in detail about James Joyce, right? Yes, Ulysses, major works by James Joyce. Another question is, what is the subtitle of the work Waiting for Godot? You know, Samuel Beckett, one of the most important writer of absurdist theater. Okay. absurd drama. What is the subtitle of the work Waiting for Godot written by Samuel Beckett? By the way, what do you mean by the term absurd? And I hope all of you have studied the term absurd drama, absurd theatre. Because in your UG program, all of you have gone through the book, A Glossary of Literary Term by M.H. Abrams, and the first term has given in that book is absurd drama. Okay? What does it mean when you say absurd? Of course, meaninglessness. Okay? So, Waiting for Godot, which is an example of absurd drama, the subtitle of the Waiting for Godot, the absurd drama is, of course, the option D, that is a tragic comedy in 2 acts. Right, student? There are 2 characters, famous characters, which have been asked in your examination previously. Can you name the names of those characters, 2 characters, student? Yes, the names of 2 main characters in the book Waiting for Godot. Yes, Shahbaz, Vladimir and Estragon, right? A tragic comedy in 2 acts. Very good, student. Of course, Finnegan Wake as well. And very important quotation from the work Waiting for Godot. Very well said statement, okay, has been said by Samuel Beckett in the work that nobody comes, nothing happens, nobody comes, nobody goes, it's awful. Okay, this statement also has been asked in GATE examination, right? Yes, Finnegan Wake is a famous work written by James Joyce, okay, including with Ulysses. You have another work, student, very easy, which have been asked many times, and the question is, beauty is truth, truth beauty is a line from which work? I know, I know everyone knows it. Yes, Mohit, well done. Option C is correct. Ode on a Grayson urn, written by whom? Yes, the famous ode of English literature, that is Ode on a Grayson urn, written by whom? Beauty is truth and truth beauty. Very famous work, student, very famous statement. And another famous line said by John Keats, you know, a thing of beauty is joy forever. Just tell me this particular statement, this particular line has been written in which work of John Keats? The thing of beauty is joy forever. Aditi is saying Pindar. No, bache. It has been written by John Keats, your famous Keats, okay, who is really great poet of English literature of Romantic era. And egotistical, sublime, negative capability, all these terms have been produced by John Keats himself, you know. This kind of questions like who has coined the term negative capability and what does it mean? Who has coined the term egoistical, sublime, and John Keats has conferred to whom? This kind of questions also have been asked in your examination, okay? So remember this. Okay, Ode on a Grayson urn, a thing of beauty, joy forever is from Endymion, right? Remember that line also. You have another question, The Confessions of a English Opium Eater. Very important work. Written by whom? Very important work of Romantic era. That is The Confessions of a English Opium Eater, published in the year 1821. Who is the author of the work The Confessions of a English Opium Eater? Student. Coleridge. Rekha is saying Coleridge. Mohit is saying Thomas D. Quincy. Tamanna is saying Coleridge. Ria, you are also saying Coleridge. Saurav is saying D. Harshita. Of course, the answer is D. Thomas D. Quincy, who is best known author of the work The Confessions of an English Opium Eater. Okay, student, this question has been asked so many times in UGC NET examination. They have asked this question on repeatedly. Okay, they have asked this question repeatedly in the exam of UGC NET, right? So it's very important. Thomas D. Quincy is the author of the work The Confessions of an English Opium Eater. You have another question on your screen. Maggie Tulliver is the central character. Maggie Tulliver is a protagonist of which work mentioned in your options? Mill on the Floss, Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights, Far from the Madding Crowd. Yes, student. Of course, it's Mill on the Floss, written by George Eliot. Okay. Can you name another famous works written by George Eliot? Because on regular basis they have asked question from George Eliot's work. Apart from Mill on the Floss, in which Maggie Tulliver is the main character, Maggie Tulliver is the protagonist. Can you name other famous works written by George Eliot, student? Yes, Adam Smith's Silas Marner, Passage 2. I'm waiting for your answer, student. 1984. 1984 is dystopian novel by whom? George Orwell. Middlemarch as well. Yes. Yes. Well done, students. Silas Marner, Middlemarch, Mill on the Floss, Adam Bate. All these famous works written by George Eliot. Okay. Another question on your screen. 1984 is a dystopian novel by whom? And you know, the author who has written the work Animal Farm. I know everybody knows the name of the author. The same author has written the dystopian novel and one of the most important dystopian novel of English literature, that is 1984. Tell me, students. Yes, Romela is also a famous work by George Eliot. Very good, Nikita. Yes, the option is George Orwell. Okay, option A is correct. 1984. You should go through the novel Animal Farm, go through the work Animal Farm, and also 1984. Actually, at the same moment, you will come across many themes written by George Orwell. Okay, so remember this. Another important question you have on your screen, that is, which novel ends with the word the horror, the horror, the horror? Yes, student. Which novel ends with the words the horror, the horror? You have options: Lord of the Flies, The Power and the Glory, Sons and the Lovers, and Heart of Darkness. Yes, very good, Ria. Heart of Darkness. Option D is correct. Joseph Conrad. Okay. You can find the theme of post-colonial literature, okay, in the work Heart of Darkness written by Joseph Conrad. Very famous work of post-colonial literature. Yes, student. It's good. Heart of Darkness, option D is correct. You have another question. Culture and Anarchy. Important work written by which author? Culture and Anarchy is a prose work written by whom? You have options T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound, Matthew Arnold and I.A. Richard. Author of the work Principle of Literary Criticism. T.S. Eliot, you know, essays, literary critical works written by T.S. Eliot, that is The Function of Criticism, Tradition and Individual Talents, Hamlet and His Problems, okay, The Frontiers of Criticism as well. Ezra Pound, you all know. Yes, the option is C, Matthew Arnold. Yes, student. It's really nice. All of you are answering correct. Okay, students, just tell me, are you enjoying all these questions, this session PYQ series? Yes? Are you enjoying? Anyway, you have other question. Another question on your screen is the character Peep, central character, protagonist of the novel. The character Peep is a protagonist of Dickens' which novel, which work? You have in your option Great Expectations, David Copperfield, Nicholas Nickleby and Pickwick Papers. This character Peep is from which novel written by Charles Dickens? Tell me, student. Of course, Peep is protagonist from the work Great Expectation. Okay, option A is correct. Although all these works are important, written by Charles Dickens himself, that is Pickwick Papers, Nicholas, David Copperfield and Great Expectations. Okay, all these names you have to keep in your mind. This kind of questions can be asked in your examination, student. Another questions you have, in which poem does W.B. Yeats, very important writer from Celtic revival, from Irish literature, you know W.B. Yeats, The Second Coming, use the phrase a terrible beauty is born? In which poem does W.B. Yeats, who is one of the most renowned author of Irish literature, has used the phrase terrible beauty is born? You have options like Among School Children, in the poem The Second Coming, Easter 1916 and Byzantium. In which work W.B. Yeats has used the phrase a terrible beauty is born? See how significant the statement is, the line is a terrible beauty is born. Some of you are answering B, A. Okay, just let me make you clear about the option. Easter 1916 is the correct answer of the question. In which poem W.B. Yeats used the phrase a terrible beauty is born. In the poem Easter 1960, W.B. Yeats has used the term. Right, student? And all these works also you have to keep in your mind. The Second Coming, major work, one of the most important work written by Yeats. Yes. Tell me another important works written by W.B. Yeats. I'm just waiting for your answer, student. Easter 1916 is the correct answer. Now got it? Sailing to Byzantium. Of course, it's true. Another works, you have the Second Coming. Can you tell me why the Second Coming, this work is so famous? And they have asked questions several times from the Second Coming. Even many authors have taken reference from the Second Coming. Right? Whenever you'll read the poem, The Second Coming, you'll enjoy and you'll learn so many aspects of life at the same pace of the poem. Right? Okay, in batch we will discuss about W.B. Yeats in detailed way, right? So you have another questions. Who is the author of 7 Types of Ambiguities? Very important work from critical essays, right, student? From New Criticism. 7 Types of Ambiguity. Ambiguity, you all know, a literary term which has several meanings of a single term, of a specific term, right? Who is the author of the work 7 Types of Ambiguity? Of course, it's William Ampson. Right, Saurabh, Zayant, Aditi. Aditi is saying C. T.S. Eliot. No, bache, William Ampson has written the work 7 Types of Ambiguity, right? You have another question. Daddy is a confessional poem by whom? I know many of you know the answer. Sylvia Plath. One of the favorite authors of mine. Yes, Sylvia Plath is the author of the work Daddy, which is confessional in nature. Okay, just go through this confessional poem, student. Just read out the poem Daddy tonight. Surely you'll enjoy. You have another question. Who said that Dryden and Pope are classics of our prose, not poetry? Dryden and Pope, major personalities from Restoration age and Augustan age, John Dryden and Alexander Pope, are classics of our prose, not poetry. Who said this? Yes, student? Some of you are answering Harold Bloom. F.R. Lewis, The Great Tradition, T.S. Eliot, you know, Matthew Arnold, Culture and Anarchy, the famous author of the work The Culture and Anarchy. So, Matthew Arnold has made this statement. The correct answer is option A, that Dryden and Pope are classics of our prose, not poetry. Okay? Matthew Arnold, remember. If in your examination, if they will ask you the question, who has regarded Dryden and Pope as a classicists of our prose, okay, of prose, not poetry, remember the name Matthew Arnold. Right, student? You have another question. To whom is Pope's Dunciad dedicated? Okay? Alexander Pope's Dunciad dedicated. Of course, is option A, Lewis Theobald. Okay, Dunciad, which is a major work written by Alexander Pope. Another question on your screen is, who is described by Pope as willing to wound but afraid to strike? Yes, student. Yes, Ria, what are you asking for? Do you have any question, Ria? Who is described by Pope as willing to wound but afraid to strike? Option is D, Addition. Okay. Another question on your screen is, the song Full Fathom 5 Thy Father Lies, very important line, occurs in the play. In which play? Yes, student, answer fast. In which play? This is the second last question of today's session. Okay. The line Full Fathom 5 Thy Father Lies occurs in which play written by Shakespeare, William Shakespeare? Yes, student. Tamanna, Swarlina, you are saying A. The correct answer is option B, okay, The Tempest. Correct option is B, The Tempest. In The Tempest, the line Full Fathom 5 Thy Father Lies occurred, okay. And the last question of today's session is, life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage. This line, the particular line occurs in which play written by William Shakespeare? You have the four greatest tragedies ever written by William Shakespeare: Macbeth, Hamlet, Othello, and King Lear. Just tell me, student, the last question of the day. This is the last question of the day. Of course, it's A, Macbeth. Okay. In the play, in the tragedy Macbeth, the particular line occurs, life is but a walking shadow. Okay. So I hope, student, you enjoyed this session. Surely this session will help you in future in your examination. After solving all these PYQ, just now you are aware what kind of things have been asked in your examination, from which portions what kind of questions have been asked. Okay. And don't worry for your completion of your syllabus. Everything will be completed here on time. As you know, as I have informed you already, like you all are aware about the faculties here in CUET concept. If any one of you in your contact are interested in for preparation of CUET PG, UG or many courses launched in CUET concept, just inform him or her. He or she can download the app CUET concept from Play Store. Okay. And we are here to clear all your doubts, student. Everything will be available here, right? So all these questions will help you in future. I hope now you are familiar like what kind of questions will be there in your examination, right? So stay tuned with CUET concept for new updates, and later we will do PYQs, and also we will consider some important topics which have been asked repeatedly in your examination, mentioned in your syllabus. We will make some videos, okay, and I will take some live classes on those important topics in upcoming days. Okay student, thank you. That's all for today. Thank you.